Hey, welcome to the channel. Today, big news. There's been some leaks about the new Rivian R2 SUV that's coming out March 7th, which is just in a few days from now. They're going to actually be doing a reveal of this vehicle, and today there was some leaks, and the way those leaks were done was basically the website has some, in the source code of the website, you can actually see some of the specs. So we're going to go through those specs real quick. If you haven't heard, the R2 is kind of it's been talked about for a while from Rivian. They currently have the R1S and the R1T. Those range from anywhere from $70,000 to over $100,000 for those vehicles. And so the R2 is supposed to be more of an entry-level vehicle. That's an SUV, similar build, very off-roadsy, enthusiast, kind of like a 4Runner is how I like to explain them. All-electric vehicle from the company Rivian. You'll see a lot of these actually are starting to hit the roads everywhere across the country, and different places they're more popular than others. But so some of the things that were leaked was the fact that it will be coming in 2026, which we kind of already knew that. So you know, that's a good ways from now. It's about 2 years. I do expect them to do pre-orders when they launch this on the 7th. The starting price is $47,000. That's all we know. That is the starting price. We don't know how high that price range will go. We'll find that out on the 7th. That's also something we kind of thought we knew, that it was going to be in the 40,000s to compete against the Tesla Model Y. So also up to 330 miles of range. So that is really good. We expected somewhere between 250 and 300. Again, the 330 miles of range, we don't know if that's for that $47,000 spec. It's more than likely the highest range, which means it will be one of the higher spec vehicles. So expect that one probably to be over $47,000. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. So if you know anything about the R1S and the R1T, they're very sporty at the high end, you know, triple motor version, or quad motor version I should say. And so I expect that the R2 will have a similar type of product. It will be one of the more expensive of the products, so I don't expect that at the 47,000 either, but pretty much all of their vehicles are pretty quick. 5 seats, so there will be no 3 rows, just 5 seats in this vehicle because it is again expected to be a smaller SUV. They also mentioned that it will have North American charging standard, which we also knew that they were working with Tesla to integrate that port that Tesla uses today into the vehicle, so they can basically pull up and charge at Tesla superchargers or anywhere that supports NACS, basically ready to go. Until then, they do have the adapter for the current generations that are on CCS. They also do mention that they will allow CCS charging. That will more than likely have to be an adapter, because it is going to have the NACS port on the vehicle. It's going to have a powered rear glass. So when I think of that, power rear glass, the first thing I think of is the 4Runner. 4Runner is kind of iconic for this. They've done it for all their generations. The back glass actually, power will lower down, and then the gate will open sideways. Or you can open the gate all the way up, and then the power window goes down. It's really good for dogs. Dogs can ride in the back, and they can hang their head out of the back. So if you ever, I'm sure you've seen a 4Runner with the window down. Everybody's pretty much seen that. This is kind of where this vehicle's going after. Then we get some specs on the sizes. So yeah, I did create this document here showing kind of what the difference in the sizes are compared to the Tesla Model Y. As you can see, they're very similar. You got 185.6 inches in length, 75 inches with the width, and if you include the mirrors, it's 84.4 inches wide. Height at 66.9 inches, so it is a little taller than the Model Y, and we kind of expected that. It's got this boxier style compared to the Model Y. There was also some mention about the R2's front trunk. So they do mention that it will be roomy, as the current one is actually pretty spacious. It'll be interesting to see how it compares to the Model Y. Again, we know it's a direct competitor to the Model Y. So I expect them to do a fairly large front with all that space. It's kind of needed. Everybody that drives EVs, especially things like Rivians and Teslas, you like that front space. And they also mentioned the fact that it will be able to store the accessory bike rack that you can buy from Rivian that would go into the trailer hitch. I guess they don't really say, but they do mention a bike rack where you can easily put that into that front, which I thought was kind of neat. So again, we're going to know more about this very soon. It's currently the 5th, so in 2 days we're going to get the reveal of this vehicle. So this is just a little bit of a nugget of a bunch of things we kind of knew, but there's some good stuff here. And what's going to be really interesting on the 7th, and kind of what I'm wanting to know, is what do you get at that $47,000 variant? Because when you're looking at Tesla right now, just in February till the end of February, you could get a Model Y long range for the low 40s, and so that's 330 miles of range. Super great performance, all around just a wonderful vehicle. We drive one as my wife's daily driver, and it's got to compete with that. And the other big thing here for Rivian is Tesla. They make money on their vehicles. So Rivian does not really make money on their vehicles yet, and we know their vehicles are much more expensive. So it's going to be interesting to see how they cut cost in this product, being able to sell it at this price, but then be able to make it for a low enough price to where they actually are being profitable on this vehicle. It's very important for the future of the company. And it's a company that we all want to see succeed, because their CEO is really great. They hit it ground up from the bottom, building a design from the very bottom all the way up. Very similar to Tesla, very similar software to Tesla, and they really try to do a good job. They got great customer support. They listen to their customers. They make changes. So we really want to see them succeed. So it's really going to be important to see what that $47,000 vehicle is going to include. And are they going to be profitable on these vehicles? I will most definitely be putting in a hold on one at whatever fee that costs. I think they've announced that it's going to be only like a $200 or $100 hold fee. But if it's $1,000, I plan on putting it down, because I regret not doing it with the R1T, and I was not able to get that vehicle at the price that they originally had it at. And so I'm not missing that opportunity again. So yeah, it's exciting, guys. We'll see in 2 days about this vehicle that is very likely going to be something we will own in the future. We hope. We'll see you on the next one. Like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.